Welcome back to Mcoc Al Bundy Rules. So I got unlimited ISO farming, health potion farming, and even revive farming. Not to mention a bit of gold in here as well. So let's start with ISO. We're going to go to story 436, and as we get set up going into here, I'll explain a little bit about the reasoning for this video and history of it. So let's go to 4 energy. Only 4 energy to get to this boss. What I recommend for this boss is any champ that punishes buffs, because this is a heavy buff fight. Somebody like Dr. Voodoo, older but a goodie, can super punish this fight to make it nice and quick. So all I'm going to do is work my way up to an S1. After that S1, it's pretty much over. I'm just going to throw in a couple extra hits just to speed up by that couple extra seconds. But bottom line, that fight is over in about 20 seconds, give or take. So all we have to do now is we got that 1300 ISO, that tier 4 basic ISO. Boom, that easy, because you can go straight to the boss. You always get the ISO there, but just to make sure, let's not take my word for it. Let's double check. Maybe that was just a fluke, right? Because sometimes there are flukes in this game. So let's go back there, and we are going to go back to Act 4. We're going to go to Chapter 3, and we're going to go to Quest 6. 436. So again, I'm going to go to use Dr. Voodoo. You can use a lot of champs. Pretty much any mystic will destroy this fight pretty well. A pretty easy fight. Again, I like Dr. Voodoo just because he's fun to use. Makes this fight super easy. So let me tell you a little bit about this video. So one of my first ever videos approximately a year ago was on a similar, well, the exact same subject about farming ISO, about farming health potions, and about farming revives. So I decided to remake it a year later for a couple of reasons. One, there has been a significant change. Back then I showed the best way to farm revives. There's actually a new best way to farm revives. So I wanted to update that. Another reason I decided to redo this video a year later is because anyone who's been watching me for approximately a year, if you haven't watched me for a year, thank you. You're one of the OG back when I was in maybe a couple hundred subscribers before the 4,000s now. And you have seen a significant change in the quality of my videos over the past years. I was kind of learning what I was doing, going with the flow, figuring it out, and yeah, my quality wasn't the greatest early videos, so I'm trying to fix that. I've erased a lot of my older videos just because the quality isn't who I am anymore from back then. Now I put a high emphasis on quality, but I didn't want to get rid of that video because it was still a popular video. People ask all the time about how can you get ISO, how can you get revives, how can you get potions. So I'm like, what can I do to fix this? I don't want to have poor quality on my channel, but at the same time, this is a popular question. So that again is another reason why I decided to redo this. Get a higher quality, updated with the best ways to do this, and just add a little extra spice to it, right? Get it refreshed, get it nice, get some good little fun as we get our boom boom booms going on, and bam, down that Venom goes. So we are seeing this is a very effective way to farm ISO. Pretty easy, pretty fast, and we see that again every single time we're getting that tier 4. So is it going to take, especially for those of you trying to do like an R3 6-star, is this going to take a long time? Yeah, it sure is. For those of you trying to do your 4 or 5 stars, it'll be a lot quicker. Can you get them quick? Absolutely. You can do as much effort as you want to put into it. A great thing about this method, it's an oldie but a goodie way to farm the ISO, but one of the best things about it is it only takes 4 energy each time. So 4 energy with a decent champ. I'm only using a 5-star champ, so with a decent champ it takes about 20 seconds for the actual fight time. You could probably do it quicker, much quicker with some other champs, but I'm going to do it one last time for a total of 4. The reason I wanted to go with a total of 4 because 5,000 total ISO, to be technical, 5,200 for those of you with the calculator out. ISO in only 4 fights, a little over a minute of actual fight time. So 5,200 ISO is a pretty good chunk of change. So let's multiply that by, if you did this for an hour, you're talking a good 30,000 right there, correct? I'm sorry, 300,000. Maybe I need a calculator out. So you can really get, depending on how much effort you put into this, you can farm a ton of ISO, okay? So let's get the unlimited health potion. So there's different strategies out here as far as health potions. I'm going to show you and show you how effective it is. Do we have to only do it on just the one fight? This poor ROL winter soldier gets beat up for everything over the years. But what we're looking at here is my strategy here is bring a big damage dealer. Personally, I've been a fan of Cable with the Apoc synergy, and no, you don't even need the Horseman pre-fight activated. So just the synergy alone is going to make this simple. I'm just going to do parry heavy. I'm not going to fight fancy. I'm not going to fight pretty. I'm not going to fight anything. I'm just going to do some basics, simple parry heavies. If I make a silly mistake, maybe it's because the parry bug is still in effect, making these parry heavy champs a little more unpredictable like Cable. However, not too worried about it. ROL does very little damage, so if you just play a little crazy, who cares, right? Take a little damage. So I'm going to mainly be doing my parry heavies. I'll throw in some special twos for a little bit of extra damage as well. Again, I don't plan on doing a whole lot of fights in ROL. I'm not going to clear the entire thing, no need. I'm just farming some potions right on about here. So we showed you how to do that ISO. Let's look at these health potions. So good old Winter Soldier is always there for us when we need to farm, when we need to practice. We just need to beat him up. There is no champ in the game that takes more licking beatings and boom boom chuckalackas than this little guy right here, because this is a go-to for people to practice fight that high health pool, easy fight. So we are seeing this fight took just a tiny bit over an actual minute of actual fight time, not including loading, and we see the nice pretty little health potion, a level 3 health potion right there. So is it only this fight in ROL? Some people get bored fighting Winter Soldier. Oh man, if I had a quarter for every time I fought this ROL Winter Soldier, I'd probably have enough for a mortgage payment. I thought that so much. So it gets a little boring. So just to see if we want to kind of switch it up a little, is it effective to kind of move on through the ROL path? Let's go ahead, use Cable again, this time on Captain Marvel Classic. So one thing we're going to see, can we get health potions from this and other ROL fights too, if you just want to keep moving instead of keep resetting? Or is it also effective, meaning time? How much time is it? If you sit in there farming these kind of things, you want to do it quick, right? You don't want to spend all day farming. You want to do it quick, get as much as you can, do a little bit here and there. I also always recommend with these farming ones, especially ones that take more energy, like I'll be showing in the revive one coming up soon, is use it when you have leftover energy. Personally, I like to do it at the end of the month after I've explored all the event quests, got all that stuff, have nothing else to do. That's when I like to do my farming. This one only takes 1 energy per move, so this is a super easy one. The ISO, when I showed you, took 4. The revive takes a little bit more energy, but like I said, just use your leftover energy when you not have anything else to do, especially at the end of the month. A lot of players will have leftover energy then if they're staying active throughout the month, nothing else to do. So farm up some potions, right? Get it ready. So we're seeing the same strategy I use with the Winter Soldier, just parry heavy, parry heavy, parry heavy. Hopefully I don't get too many parry bugs going out, which has been a common thing for several weeks now, but I will like to thank Kabam for some pretty good on top of the ball weekly compensation while this bug has been in effect. We're all hoping this bug gets fixed soon, but in the meantime, I believe it's been pretty nice at Kabam to keep that comp going. So this fight took a little bit longer than the Winter Soldier fight, a good 20 plus seconds longer, which isn't that bad, but if you're really trying to farm out potions, you multiply that by 20, 35, that seriously adds up. So with that being said, it's going to be better. We do see we got the potion, though. We do see we got some gold there too, which is always nice. However, if we're trying to do it quicker, if we're bored, you just want to go down the path, you can keep down the path and getting potions, okay? However, you want to go quicker, let's go ahead and just restart the quest. We got on out, go back to ROL, and we're going to start back over in Winter Soldier. A little bit quicker, but smoother, especially with Cable. I got a class advantage if that's who I'm using for the fight. And let's go do it again. Let's make sure we're still getting those health potions. Give it another shot, see how it goes, and after that, we'll be getting into one that many of you people ask me all the time: how do I farm ISO? How do I farm health potions? But the one question I get asked the most, more than both those, how do I farm revives? And my initial instinct is, well, I did a video on this a year ago, but a lot of you weren't even playing the game a year ago. And again, I don't like referring people to a video I did that was poor quality based on my early time of making videos, still figuring out editing, figuring out structure, you know, all the little pretty little stuff that I've kind of figured out over the time. If you just want to get a laugh, look at my early content from a year ago. For the little bit that's still out there, because I've been getting rid of a lot of it just because that is, my channel has evolved. I have evolved as a creator of YouTube content. At least I try. Little by little, right? Okay, so we're seeing a little bit of damage going on here, trying to smacky dab this Winter Soldier. Nothing like the Nas Degan. Oh, kind of got a little miss there, but I'll just play around. On Winter Soldier, I'll play aggressive, play a little silly, because if you make a little mistake, take some damage on Winter Soldier, the worst it's really going to do to you is slow you down by a couple seconds. That's about it, especially if you're just farming this fight. All right, so another easy win. We got the gold, and yes, we do. Again, we got that nice little health pot. Sometimes we even get some team health pots in there every once in a while. Let's go into limited rebuy farming. So what we're going to do here, there's a few different ones, but this is, I believe, currently to be the best way. Correct me if you have a better way. There are a few. So we're going to go to variant. This is a different way than I showed previously. We're going to go to back issues variant 7. We're going to chapter 2 quest 2. We see, boom, going to be the first one there. We see a revive right there at the beginning. Beautiful. Isn't that nice? So I'm going to do several runs through. I am going to speed up some paths to make this a little quicker though for you, as I feel fit. But on this, you can bring pretty much any team you want. Again, this is classic difficulty. Make sure you switch it to classic difficulty. You see these health pools are kind of a joke, so bring whoever you want. I'll even do a little auto fight to show if you just want to bring a random, your strongest team, just auto fight, you could do that. Just make sure you guide your way to the revive. So we got the revive, but don't exit. The revive's in our inventory, but the problem is if we do not finish this quest, it's not going to reset, so you can't farm. I have had people in the past try to farm revives. Hey, I got the revive, then I left. How come I can't get any more? It's not working. It's not working. No, you have to finish the path. Is this 100% respawn of revive every time? No, it is not. But I'm going to do enough runs to give us a basic idea how often it is. And based on the other revive farming methods, personally, I have by far the best luck on this, both total energy used each one and my overall percentage of getting revived. So let's see exactly how well it goes. Again, this is good. There's some Act 5 revive farming strategies some used to, but those take 3 energy per node. There's also one in Act 4 I did in the previous video. Problem with that one is a little more energy. It is 2 energy for the Act 4, but it didn't have as high of a success rate as this one does as far as the revives. At least from my experiences anyway. So we saw some auto fights just to kind of show you. I'm going to try to keep this going quick, so I'm not going to do too many auto fights, but kind of switch it on just to show you. You don't even have to fight yourself to get to farm these revives. You can just go ahead, click on that auto fight, put on a movie, go make yourself some cup of noodles, maybe throw a little piece of cheese in there. Don't say ew if you haven't tried it. A piece of cheese and a cup of noodles is actually pretty dang good. Try it, then say ew, okay? But you're going to go, man, you know what? Al Bundy was right on that. That is actually delicious. So now you got a cup of noodles. You come on back. Now it's time to switch, figure out what path you're going to go. Click your path, and then let auto fight as you continue to eat that delicious, scrumptious, cheesy cup of noodles, right? Okay, let's fight this Electra. So I am going through this entire path at a regular speed on purpose. Why? Because I want to show you how long it takes. I don't want to distort your image about the actual length of this. In future runs, I'm not going to make you sit through every single full-length fight, even though the fights are actually really, really quick. It's kind of the loading, the moving, the paths, that kind of stuff. So I will be going through areas where I will just kind of fast forward. You're going to see some super lightning fast ninja action going on coming up, but the first run through, I want to make sure you see it at regular speed so you can have a basic idea how much time that it could take on this, seeing the energy cost, that kind of stuff. The energy cost is going to vary depending on what path you got to take. The longest paths usually take approximately 50 energy. The shorter paths, I think around 40 energy, give or take. Again, I don't recommend using energy pots to do this. Use your leftover energy. I might use my small pots, my 5 energy, because I always got those. They expire all the time on me, so if I got something like this, I'll use them here. I don't like to use my full big energy pots on here. What I'll do is I'll get going, and then I'll stop when I run out of energy, and I'll come back later. So you might see some breaks in the video while I just stop with no energy, and then you'll see all magically I got energy again. Why? I waited maybe an hour, maybe waited an hour and a half, and I did it again. Again, I recommend doing this at the end of the month when you've already completed and explored everything you're going to explore in EQ. So makes it a little bit good there. That way you're getting what you need done, and then you get extra stuff instead of letting it expire. So overall, we got 8 minutes and around 50 energy to get this free revive. We also got a little bit of extra resources, the different fights, a little bit of extra gold, even a little bit of extra ISO, which is always nice. Can never get too much ISO. I'm always out of ISO these days, these high up rank ups, right? So we got a little extra bid. That was for a completion run right there. So there was some extra rewards there. But let's try again. Variant 7. Let's see. Maybe that was just random, right? Maybe I'm just making up this farming strategy. Who knows? So let's go back to variant 7 2.2 again and see if it reset. We completed the pass, so it's going to reset, but did it respawn? Did that revive respawn? I'm taking a look. I'm looking on through, and oh no, it did not. So the revive reset did not revive reset this time. But don't worry. I promise you I'm not lying to you. I'm promising you we're going to see some good results as we go. I know it. I have faith. I can predict the future or something like that. So don't be discouraged. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get started. I'm going to find whichever path I want. I can at least get a little bit of potion out of this to make this not a complete waste. You can't just exit out because it's not, the rewards aren't going to reset. So you have to complete the path. If I see there's no revive there, complete the path. Otherwise, it's not going to go. So as a courtesy, like I said, I'm going to speed up the fights. So knowing there isn't going to be a whole lot to see here, I'm putting on some super fast forward. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Wouldn't it be nice if you could really fight this quick? Imagine if this was a real fight. Woo-wee. So occasionally I will slow down for areas that I want us to see something, and I'll speed up when I'm just going boom, boom, boom. I was going to cut it out, but I want you to see that it's still pretty quick. It's quick fights. I don't want you to think there's any shenanigans or nothing going on. So show you what we got, but just do it a little bit quicker. Respect your time as much as I can while showing you all this good stuff, showing you how to get it done. But let's slow it back on down for the boss fight. The end of this big old 602 PI boss fight. Scary. 2200 health. Uh-oh. Yeah, kind of a joke or laugh. So I had a little glitch there, had some little spinny stuff happening. Every once in a while my editing software glitches out and it did some weird stuff there. It was originally doing this fight upside down for some reason. I was able to get it right side up, but you still see that little psychedelic movements. So we're at 1 for 2 on revive. So we're at 50%. Oh, maybe we're not going to get any more, but I have a feeling we're going to get a lot more. Let's see how much more. Let's see what kind of run we're going to go. Like I said, I'm going to be speeding up through the pass in most parts so we can get through this quick. See how much are you using your time correctly? Are you using your energy good on here? So we're going back to variant 7 2.2. Let's take a quick peek. Oh, look at that, a revive right there. Okay, so that's good. So this makes us 2 for 3 now on this attempt. Okay, so see, it does come back, right? Again, as we saw from my second attempt, it's not 100%, but this just bumped us up from a 50% to a 66%, 2/3. That's good. But you know what? I have a feeling it can be even better, but who knows? Let's see. Because if it's pretty random, is it going to be worth your time? No, maybe not. Is it going to be worth your energy? Maybe not. But if we have higher percentages, if we can really get a lot of revives, and you're getting ready for some content, some new 7.3 coming out, maybe you're still working on Abyss, maybe you're working on some Act 6 exploration, whatever it might be, well, guess what? And you know what the good thing about this? You could still be on Act 2, and this is very doable for you because these fights are so low health pool. Doesn't matter what content you're on, doesn't matter where you need revives, or can you get them quick? Right here. So now, as a courtesy, as I said, we're going to go back into Lightning Ninja mode, and we're going to go ahead, get this speed going, slap, 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 smack, 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 bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Can even put back on your Autify now. Finish up your cheesy cup of noodles, slurp, slurp, slurp up that juice, and getting ready to finish up this path. You'll see I'll use a couple small energy refills here and there. I get them all the time from those 4-hour crystals. So sometimes I'll have like 20, 30 getting ready to expire. So usually then is a good time when I'll just pop some in here. Again, I don't like to use my bowl refills for this unless I was super desperate. But I like to make it free resources, not a trade. So back to variant 7 2.2. So we're 2 for 3 now on our revives. We're taking a little leisurely scroll. And look at that pretty little revive. Oh, what a sign of beauty. This puts us at 3 to 4. So we just went up to 50% to 66% to 75%, 3/4 of the time right now. But we're not done. We're going to do some more. But again, let's see what we got here. I will be the most courteous as possible with your time. So we're just going straight into ninja mode. Look at that. Look at my coldest. Boom, 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 boom. And the funny thing is, he actually ends these fights pretty much as quick as we're seeing here. The fights take like 2 seconds. It's the loading and movement that takes long that's really going the fastest. So let's slow on back down so we can pick, so you can see this revive. Oh, look at that pretty little revive. We see it goes into my inventory. Nice. So we're going to be wrapping up these last couple fights as we go into the path. Again, we'll see how quick these fights are right here. One whomping hit. Even if I don't get the hit, it takes, I think, like 2 or 3 usually into the block, if that. So I'm going to wrap up these couple last fights as we wrap up this path. And then we're going to see again. Let's see where we go, because we're on a roll right now. We've gotten 3 revives in a row. Is that normal? We started off with a revive, then a no revive, then 3 in a row. What is going on? I don't know. So let's go ahead and get these big old whopping 2 ISO right there. Yeah, extra ISO. Hey, I'll take them. I'll take them. And now let's get this guy, Spider-Gwen. And we'll go ahead and smack dab her in the head as she just takes a dirt dive face down. And now we are looking at, get those little rewards there back to 7, 2.2 classic difficulty. And we're going to go back into the same quest in which we have been doing this fun farming. And now we are going, look at that, another revive. That is 4 out of 5 now, 4 out of 5. 3rd in a row. So that's at 80%. 80%. Is 80% of the time revives worth your while? In my opinion, it sure as heck is. Previous strategy I showed in the past was about 50% accuracy, 50 to 60. This is so far about 80. Can I promise you the exact same results? Of course not. Life is random. This game is random. Can I expect you to have something similar when you do enough? Absolutely. Okay. Are you going to get a revive every single time? No. Just like we saw, I didn't every single time, but we do see I am getting them most of the time, and most of the time is positive. And even the times I don't, I'm still getting some random resources. Not like these fights take long or hard. Using leftover energy, I have nothing else to use it on, right? And we're going to go on. We're going to get this fight, then I'm going to get that revive. Then we're going to go to fast forward mode. Fast forward. Okay, we're going to go in, click on there. So you see on my energy went from 0 to 23. What happened there was I just took a little break. I took about a 30, 45 minute break, whatever it was, came back on, picked up the revive, and finished up the path. Yeah, that's what I recommend. Just take a little break, come back later. No biggie, right? So now I'm going to fast forward. Boom, 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 bum, 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 chugga, 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 lucka, lucka, boom, 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 boom. And look at that. They just fly as the bodies hit the floor. And there goes the Lady Thor back to good old Spider-Gwen, and down she goes as well. So there we go. We are doing well. What I'm going to do is just one last little look. I'm not going to do any more paths. That was my last path. But we're going to look just out of curiosity to see if there's any more. And look at that, another one. So this is 5 out of 6, including 4 in a row attempts for 83% success rate on these revives. So I could go ahead and get this one again. But I think you got the idea now, right? So first of all, do not forget to click that top left icon and subscribe to Mcoc Bundy Rules. If this helped, if you enjoyed it, subscribe. Get more content. Turn notifications on. Share the video. Share this to your alliance mates. Let other people know how they can get all these resources easy and good. Don't forget to check out my tutorials, my walkthroughs, all my other good stuff. Thank you so much for watching.